What's good, everybody? Yes, your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And guys, today I want to talk about my man Gillie the Kid. Now, from what I've seen of Gillie the Kid, and you guys know that he's a very, very famous podcast. You know, that's on it's on YouTube. I believe it's called $1 Million Worth of Game, right? And it's hot. Like, Gillie the Kid does this thing, and he was a part of the Major Figures group, big underground legend out of Philadelphia area. A lot of people respect him. And he's hella funny, right? Like, his Instagram be popping. Like shout out to the brother, man. He be doing his thing. And what I like about Gillie the Kid is, like, he just come off so real. You know, he remind me of myself, you know, stop the show. Cause I am real. You know, I keep it too real up in this thing. That's why y'all be so mad at your boy. And y'all know Gillie the Kid, he out of my generation, so that means he's talented, right? We already know how that works. But Gillie the Kid, man, people, because we're in a time right now where people such as himself are being asked questions. Now, a lot of entertainers, a lot of folk would just like to come on and do their content, but you know, people always want to ask you stuff. How you feel about this? How you feel about that? Well, so somebody asked him how they felt about Black Lives Matter, not knowing that you asked the right person the wrong question. And Gillie the Kid doesn't really give a damn what people say or think of him, but he actually made a video. I won't play it, but many of you have seen it, and I'll just talk about what he said. He said in so many words, you know, I keep getting the same questions. Why don't you ever drop no game on Black Lives Matter? Because, you know, it's $1 million worth of games in the podcast. And he pretty much said he doesn't get into Black Lives Matter because all lives matter. Everybody matters, right? White, black, blue, purple, brown, tangerine. But he talks about, like, you know, Black lives didn't matter to the person that tried to shoot him before, okay? And, you know, he talks about everybody knows the only problem that they've ever had has been black folks. You know, black folks tried to shoot him. Black folks tried to harm him. In other words, ain't no white person never done nothing to me, right? And he talks about, you know, how many people getting shot that's black in Chicago. So, you know, if Black lives gonna matter, let's get our stuff together. Again, I mean, I get what he's saying, because there's truth in what he's saying. But to be fair to Black Lives Matter is not about that. Now, the thing about it is, Black Lives Matter shouldn't probably be called that, because everybody's gonna come for the way that it sounds. Black Lives Matter, right? Just listen to it. And when you say Black Lives Matter, although that's about police brutality, to the, you know, to the phonetic ear, right? What people are gonna say is, well, Black Lives Matter sounds like, oh, well, black people dying matter. Well, then if Black Lives Matter, why doesn't black on black crime? That's how people they're gonna try to word play it. And Black Lives Matter is about police brutality. Black on black crime is something else. Black Lives Mattering to black people, there's no such thing as Black Lives Mattering to black people. Black Lives Matter is only concerned with police brutality against blacks. That's why they call it Black Lives Matter. not what the phonetics of it sounds like. And that's what people are doing, their word playing on it. And Gillie the Kid is doing that same thing right now, which to me is sort of ignorant, because again, we know what Black Lives Matter is about. I don't even like Black Lives Matter personally. I could care less about it. But we're going to be fair to what it means. And let me talk about this, right? Gillie the Kid talks about black people that have tried to shoot him, black people that shoot other blacks. But then we're gonna absolve how that happens in the first place. This is what a lot of people talk about black on black crime. They pretty much want to remove the fact that the system is the way it is for a reason. You know, as if black people have put themselves in their situation by themselves. No, they have some help. Right? And the help is wherever black people are at, in any parts of the world, and whites are there, they're doing the worst because they had some help to do worse. And a lot of times people like, Gillie the Kid, and don't get me wrong, we do need to be accountable for what we do. But at the same time, we like to absolve racism as if racism don't play no role into what we're talking about. That's what Gillie the Kid is doing right now. All lives matter. Well, everybody knows all lives matters, right? I mean, that's the thing. Let me go back to that. All lives matter. We know that everybody's lives matter, okay? But in the context of Black Lives Matter, if you're going to use Black Lives Matter, use it in the correct context. You can't use Black Lives Matter in the incorrect context and then use all lives matter in the correct context. All lives matter is actually used in the incorrect context because everybody knows that all lives matters. But black people are the ones that are getting targeted more by the police that are unarmed. That's what Black Lives Matter is saying. Black people don't, they are harassed more than whites are by the police. When you see all these Karen episodes, that's happened to what, a lot of black people get. So you understand that? And the guy he's a little ignorant in what Black Lives Matter is trying to accomplish, what all lives matter is, and black on black crime is. People confuse Black Lives Matter with black on black crime. Those are two different arguments. Now, for people that put as much weight on Black Lives Matter than they do black on black crime, that's different. I think he has a point. You have a lot of black people that will put a lot of effort on trying to diagnose, all of a sudden Black Lives Matter, when things are happening with black people, there is nobody cares. Can we say that? Nobody gives a damn. All right, let's just put it like that. When black people are out here suffering and getting hurt by one another, nobody cares. When white people do something to black people, everybody cares. All right? And there is a little bit of hypocrisy that's out here on these streets when it comes to that. We got to be real when it comes to that also. And a lot of people can see that. It's just not, Gillie the Kid, it's just not, me or whatever. We do notice that there's a problem. Like whenever, something happens with white people, it's let's get outrageous. And then with the black people, let's be silent. That is also making a lot of blacks like, come on, man, this is kind of phony. We're not addressing our own issues. Again, it's a different argument, but we got to talk about that. Black people, we do need to start being accountable for our own issues. And blaming everything on white people is not a good way to be accountable for black issues. All right? Although we may have had some help in our demise, we have also helped ourselves. And I believe people like Gillie the Kid are talking about that also. And we need to address it. But not in the context of this argument. So guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. Subscribe, hit the bell. I really appreciate all that you do. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. It's your boy. Check out the Patreon. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. If you do, check out also, okay? If you're there, check out not only my Patreon, but check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirt. All right, don't forget to check those out. And as you know, brothers, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. All my contact information is pinned to the top. Peace out.